share a few points on how to stay out of tax trouble. Let's jump right in. Today's topic is, what if the government acts unfairly? And we see this most often, or I see it most often, in dealing with state tax departments, but there are plenty of stories and plenty of examples of IRS situations and or local tax departments. If you're in a place like Pennsylvania that collects local taxes, those tax administrators can drive you crazy sometimes. So most of the time, it's just a matter of patience and providing the right information, and eventually these things work out. But what about in the case where government just does not act fairly and there is something substantial on the line? Perhaps there's a collection action. Perhaps your uh, bank account is being levied, or there's a lien on a real estate that you can't get removed and can't sell that property, or some other action which is causing real significant harm. And let me add also, it might not be real physical harm, it might be causing real emotional damage. And this is not to say that emotional stress and damage is not a real effect. It is. People suffer, families suffer, relationships break up over the stress that tax debt and letters and collections cause. So, what if we're trying to make progress and the government just isn't responding? The biggest concern that I have is, again, state tax departments where we make a reasonable request, and by reasonable request, it's we use the phrase in the interest of effective tax administration, or the interest of fair tax administration. That's the language that you'll see in the statutes and regulations for tax administration. So we're trying our best. We're making efforts in the interest of effective and fair tax administration, and we're just not getting any response. Well, the answer is twofold. One is that, from my point of view, as a advisor, as a coach, I need to help manage the emotional stress. And then second, from a financial planning point of view, it makes sense for all of us to have income, resources, and assets, and essentially disaster planning in the event that government is acting unfairly, or I'm not one of these bunker doomsayers, but in the event that government has some type of malfunction or collapse or whatever, it makes sense for us to prepare and have some independence from government so that we have a path forward no matter what. So those are two things that I often discuss with clients when we're having a ongoing tax matter that sometimes they just don't get resolved, but they all go away eventually. So I would love to hear your thoughts, experiences, comments, or feedback. I'm easy to reach online through the comment section, or schedule a one-on-one call with me at taxproblems.cpa. I'll be back tomorrow with another Tax Minute.